Hey guys, it's your boy Arj back with yet another Dragon Ball Super theory and analysis video, and this time we will be finally sitting down and taking a look at Jiren's complete origin story and a greater look at his story in a way I know you guys know only I can, and we will uncover an unnerving new possibility. But before we begin guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to enter our Xbox One X giveaway with a copy of Dragon Ball FighterZ included. There's only 13 days left guys, so hit that button now and don't miss out. But moving on, let's have a look at what exactly went down in Dragon Ball Super episode 127 during that scene, where it starts off with Android 17 quite truthfully telling Jiren and Belmod what he would do with his Super Dragon Ball wish, which quite rightly causes a bit of disbelief from Belmod. What we then see is the question turned to Jiren, referring to Jiren as a killing machine, which is strange as Jiren not ever once did he give the hint that to be a murderous type. But Jiren responds with a surprisingly solemn response saying, "Even I have a wish I want granted," which actually gets the attention of everyone, showing scenes of both Vegeta and Goku listening on intently. It's at this point that Belmod talks saying, "I knew it, Jiren, you still," and bows his head in sadness, in a scene which sheds some serious light on the true relationship between Belmod and Jiren. Jiren appears not only to be a warrior Belmod respects, but also someone he deeply cares for, which is a trait unlike that of a god of destruction. He then begins to tell us the story of Jiren, and the reason why, as he puts it, Jiren is so obsessed with strength. Interesting to know that Belmod of all people would know such a detailed origin story, telling us yet again that Jiren and Belmod's relationship to each other goes far beyond mortal and god. At some point these two truly spoke deeply to each other to reveal this, but the scene then transitions to images of Jiren as a child, returning home to his village only to see carnage and death. As he walks to one of the buildings, presumably that of his own family's, he sees him, the man who destroyed everything Jiren ever cared for or loved. And if we look closely at the brief scenes, we can identify parts of a body he's holding. Now the first image is of an arm, which does look very dark in colour, purple in fact, but we can't take much away from this as it's more than likely just on purpose to keep the character shrouded in mystery, but still a lot darker than what you would expect Jiren's skin tone to be. But what cannot be hidden is the fact that these hands look so very human-like in appearance. And when I say human, I encompass human-like species as well, such as the Saiyans or even Namekians. But don't get it twisted, this isn't the evildoer we are looking at, it's one of his victims, presumably a female of Jiren's race. But she looks so far from what we would expect given Jiren's appearance, with those large bulbous eyes and rounded heads, and of course that skin tone. And here is where the details start to unfold. Could this village Jiren was a part of be a village of completely different races? One where they are all outcasts living together? I mean, we know Jiren is living in poverty from his clothes and the small huts of his village, but it's furthered by the fact his eventual master and clansmen appear to vary greatly. His master must have some connection to the village, yet is green. That is definitely something important to consider, since it would mean that Jiren himself could more than likely not know his true origin and the source of his ridiculous power, because let's be honest, anyone can have an obsession and conviction with obtaining strength, but that alone could never bring Jiren to the level he is at now, even fighting alongside grown men at such a young age and surviving 2 encounters with this mysterious being. Now 2 encounters, that's interesting don't you think? How did Jiren as a young boy with absolutely no muscle mass survive 2 meetings with a being who single-handedly murdered an entire village and then destroyed an actual group of trained warriors intent on killing him, even downing the master Jiren so loved? How? Maybe the question more we need to be asking is why. We see after Jiren first saw this being, he is shocked and paralysed in fear, even shaking. Truly no way did Jiren attempt to fight or run. In that state it is clear Jiren just stood there at this menacing aura as it approached him. Now what we learn is that at some point later he was rescued by the man who would become his teacher. We know that by rescued it must mean he was found most likely unconscious by this man, and in no way did Jiren's master defeat the mystery man, since as we know, he soon falls soon after. This warrior obviously had seen Jiren and was looking right at him. Why would he allow Jiren to escape twice? That's more than luck. We have to ask these questions in order to come to some stark details here in the brief scene we see of this mysterious warrior. Moving back to the scene, we see the red eyes of this being. Red. So interesting, given Jiren also possesses the ability to turn his eyes red when fighting, and shrouding this warrior is a purple key that, if we look closely, does in fact actually resemble fire in appearance, just like the purposefully phoenix-like flame key of Jiren. What I'm trying to get at and have us all look deeply into is the possibility that Jiren was left alive twice for a reason. For the reason of making Jiren more powerful. Was this warrior with red eyes like Jiren and a flame aura like Jiren a member of Jiren's true race? The only person who would know the real potential and depth of Jiren's power, and use the pain and despair of destroying his every love to turn Jiren into the ultimate avenger and harness a power that would surpass even gods. It's a theory, a big one, and it's based on reality though, and completely plausible information. It's clear from the preceding dialogues that Jiren has not got over the past and therefore never did find the man again. The man who made him who he is. And this is where Jiren's true wish has been completely revealed. His wish may very well be to bring him the man he must kill. The man he must destroy to avenge everyone he ever loved. A man he does not know the name of and potentially not even the face of. Something only the Super Dragon Balls can do for him, given the fact no Namekians exist in Universe 11. There is truly a dark history behind Jiren, and it is not as simple as it seems. Dragon Ball Super will be carrying on after its break, and I have no doubt the story of Jiren will continue to be explored. We will find out who this man was, and find the real truth behind how and why Jiren was chosen to be left alive in each case. There's more to this story, and I'll be here every step of the way to uncover more details as time goes on, so join us if you're interested. But yeah guys, that was today's Dragon Ball Super Theory video, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the quality and the delivery. And now as always, I'm eager to hear your thoughts and own theories surrounding this. Let me know down below, but before you go, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to enter our Xbox One X giveaway with a copy of Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's over $560 for joining a true Dragon Ball Super community. So join us today. Until next video guys, cheers.